Good day, and may the Schwartz be with you. Oh, it's a pretty good day, ladies and gentlemen, because today we're taking a look at the Dark Forces remastering. Okay, so about 12 years ago, I did a video on Star Wars Dark Forces, and 12 years ago, there was no easy way to get the game. In fact, I had to use the original CD, and the only source port that existed at that time was Dark XL, and it barely bloody well worked. In fact, the cutscenes didn't even have sound. It wouldn't be until many, many years later that we would get the Force engine, and then now, the guy who made the Force engine worked on this with Night Dive Studios, and now we have an easy way to play this game. Now, you're not going to be hearing any sound, any music, because, yeah, copyright's hell of a drug. Now, if you're going to get this game like on a console, my recommendation is to not listen to it with like the MIDI soundtrack within the OPL3, as that seems to work the best. The frame rate for this is alright. It is a little inconsistent now and again. It does not like to be streamed, but you can record it pretty easily enough. And in the last couple days, I've actually recorded the entire game. I did not mean to beat it in 2 days, but man, this game really sucked me in. This game does have a few problems, though. Most notably, there's a lot of boring puzzles. I mean, these first two levels we're going to play through will look like, you know, traditional first-person shooter levels. But believe me, once we get a little further in, you're going to see where this becomes kind of, well, boring. But it's just entertaining enough that you're probably not going to stop playing. And hello everyone, and everything's going pretty alright. And yeah, it's kind of funny, really. You don't use the Force in this game. Kyle Katarn does not have access to the Force just yet. It's kind of funny how, like, all the Major League characters in Star Wars always have to be Force sensitive. Kind of like Corran Horn from the X-Wing book series. Initially, not Force sensitive. By book 4, definitely Force sensitive. Grabbing that revive is not really necessary, but we're going to try to get it anyway. Now, trying to do this with a keyboard was rough back in the day, because you had to use arrow keys, whereas now you can just use a regular controller. But yeah, the remastered sprites look pretty good. The whole game just really did need this little remastering, because, man, trying to play it like with the original DOS version was just murder on my hands. The Force engine is really, I think, by far the best way to play the game, though, because you can easily mod it. And I don't think this has a mod loader. I don't think the remaster has a mod loader, but the Force engine does. There's a good number of mods for this game. They all suffer from the same problem this game suffers from, though. Okay, that Death Star right there, that was like the coolest thing I'd ever seen back in '95. And even today, that still looks pretty bloody good.
You're not authorized.
Mission 11, yeah, Mission 11 was pretty tough. That door puzzle, not fun. But the worst mission by far, and we'll take a look at it, even if we don't actually finish it. The worst mission by far in this game is the Detention Center. Like, that is that mission right there.
Now to get to my ship.
Is something that would stop many people from actually finishing this game. In fact, I could almost guarantee you it stopped me from beating it back in '95, because I would not have had the patience. I can guarantee you I just cheated back then. I don't remember because it was so long ago, but I can pretty much guarantee you I would have cheated past that. So, like, this level, pretty easy. Just your typical, you know, first-person shooter level. I mean, but it does not stay this way. We're actually going to skip the next level just because that's one I think I've already streamed before. I want to immediately get to the sewer level just to talk about it real quick.
Kyle delivers the plans to the Rebel Alliance. Soon afterwards, the Death Star is destroyed. But even as the Alliance celebrates this victory, another sinister plot is set in motion that will become an even greater concern for the Rebellion.
This blew my mind back in 1995.
The Emperor has approved your test demonstration, General Mock.
Thank you, Lord Vader. What I unveil today will mark a new era for the Empire. We will be able to decimate the rebels just as we did the Jedi Knights. At last, the Emperor's war will be filled only with the glory and beauty of decisive victory.
A noble cause, General. I hope the demonstration lives up to your claims. Proceed.
With pleasure. Dark Trooper, release.
This is totally not like The Mandalorian. Where's the dubstep? Now, I'm not sure the explosions from these, you know, heavy infantry units would be seen from space, though. I mean, for one, those pods aren't that big, and yeah, do you realize how big those explosions would have to be? I'm just saying. But then it'd be pretty boring if just nothing happened on the planet.
Very impressive, General. The Emperor will be most pleased. Continue with your project.
Certainly, Lord Vader.
I actually have the toy myself, Bong264, and I've even got the Kyle Katarn figure too.
Thank you, Commander, for responding at such short notice. The Empire has been keeping us on the run since the destruction of the Death Star. 5 days ago, the Empire attacked one of our secret bases in the city of Talay.
This is TAC base to anybody out there. Please, we're under Imperial attack. There was no warning at all. Total devastation. They broke through our shield. They broke through our shield!
TAC base was destroyed within minutes. Many innocent people in the surrounding city as well as the rebel staff were killed. Intelligence thinks that this may be an act of retaliation for the destruction of the Death Star.
Interesting. This looks like it could be a normal Imperial attack, except for those sounds.
Very perceptive, Commander. I know you understand that all we discuss here is classified.
Classified under what
This
government, Mon
Imperial
Mothma?
officer,
You?
Rex Medine, wishes to defect to the Alliance. He has supplied us with information on the development of a new Imperial weapon. Those sounds you heard, we believe, come from that weapon. A new type of stormtrooper, the Dark Trooper.
They love dubstep.
A new stormtrooper that can take out a rebel base that quickly? I should have kept working for the Empire.
The Rebel Command is not taking this lightly. They have authorized me to hire you to find out if there is a threat, and if there is, to shut it down. That is, if you are still on our side.
This could be interesting. Alright, I'm in. But I think I'll need some help on this one. I want Jan Ors as my mission officer.
Certainly. Then I will let Jan brief you further on your mission objectives. Thank you, Commander, and may the Force be with you.
So in the book, Jan Ors is actually told by Mon Mothma that if it looks like Kyle Katarn's gonna like turn on him, to just shoot him. Those books were way darker than you'd think they would be. Okay, we're actually gonna skip this mission because all we do is find a big ass blaster cannon, and this mission really does not really show what this game really is like. These first two missions, typical first-person shooter. Once we get to a Note City, this is where it starts to get a little difficult. And this is pretty much indicative of what kind of game you're going to be getting. So, this is not just a generic FPS. This is very much a puzzle-based, I almost want to say like environment first-person shooter. Because really, you're fighting the environment more than you are the enemies. So, you come up to this thing, and you might not have a clue what that even is. Well, what you're supposed to do here, and the game doesn't tell you this, is you're supposed to open up, you're supposed to pull 3 switches, and then go to the second door. Now, as a kid, I had no idea, and then when I came back to it as an adult, I also didn't have any idea. Oh yeah, they had to change the Red Cross to Blue Cross. Blue Cross Blue Shield, those are some great benefits. But anyway, actually I'm not sure if Blue Cross or Blue Shield still exists anymore. I just remember that from a joke from MST3K. So you gotta pull these switches. Now, if you didn't know that, you'd just be wandering around. Because the game doesn't like to tell you anything. You little bastard. It's kind of like Heretic, or not Heretic, but it's a lot like Hexen in a way of like, the game can be really easy if you know where to go, or really difficult if you don't. And yeah, the cutscenes do look like they just were upscaled. They don't look too bad, but they have the same issue that pretty much all that upscaling has, is it looks a little plasticky here and there. It's not awful, but you would think like, oh man, they remastered the cutscenes. No, they didn't. They just AI upscaled them, which I guess is the most cost-effective way of doing it, but still, it's not that impressive. But I'm not going to complain too much, because at least they did it. I'd have been happy if they just re-released the game, so. Upscaling looks like an oil painting. Yeah, you know, it kind of does look like that. Okay, you gotta find a door. It's always finding a door. Now, I love the fact that you had, like, a headlamp. I mean, that was something very new for 95. You gotta remember, this was only, like, 2 years after Doom. And I want to know why these interrogator droids can get through your shields. It's like, seriously, what exactly is that? Is that like some sort of space taser that's not like an actual... It's not actually fatal in any way. It just hurts, and so it somehow can go through your shields. And also, why is Cal the only one that has shields in all of Star Wars? I mean, yeah, it's a gameplay mechanic, but it also is considered canon as well. That, well, the real canon, I should say. It's also kind of like the real canon that he has shields. The first time you saw shields in Star Wars, or personal shields, I should say, in Star Wars, was in the novel Courtship of Princess Leia, where the guy from I Can't Believe It's Not Butter shows up and wants to marry Princess Leia so she can, like, get the Hapen battle fleet. And, like, that guy has an energy shield. And the person who wrote that book, Dave Wolverton, he was actually kind of like a hard science fiction writer to a certain extent. And so what he did is he said that, oh, the shield, it'll get too hot inside if you use it too much. I'm like, well, that's cool, but, you know, it does kind of limit what you can do. Just a little. So yeah, this sewer level can feel like it takes an eternity, but it really isn't that bad. So long as you know to pull all these switches, because if you don't, you're just going to be wandering around through the shit water. Let's see, Tomb Raider got a remaster. And I'm glad you like the Brutal Doom, Ethan Gordon, because yeah, Brutal Doom is excellent. Gave Doom a new lease on life. Executor level in Imperial City. Executor is really good. Imperial City, if I'm not mistaken, has that abominable door puzzle that takes forever. Even if you have a walkthrough, that goddamn puzzle takes 6 months to complete. And it's not even really that hard, but if you didn't know what to do, it'd take you a week to do that. Remade cutscene. Oh, they remade it from scratch, huh? Alright, it does just look like upscaling, though. Less grotesque scorn, with the exception of the water. But yeah, I never got into Tomb Raider, because I didn't have a PlayStation. I think I played Tomb Raider on PC a grand total of once, and I think it was the demo, and that wasn't my kind of game then or now. Because I just never really cared for platforming all that much. But yeah, the water in this, or the sewage, sounds an awful lot like clean water. And when we get to the ice level, the ice water's gonna sound the same. That doesn't seem like it really fits. Okay, so far so good. But once again, if you didn't know, you'd be wandering around for hours. Now, you don't actually have to go to that fourth door. That doesn't actually lead anywhere that's important. This game does have a lot of beginner's traps. Where you think you need to go somewhere, but you don't. And where you go is, like, rock fucking hard. And you die a lot. Okay, so now that we've got enough shit water, we should be able to get to where we need to be. Now, all we're doing in this level is trying to find an Imperial named Moff Rebus, who never shows up again outside of mods. because he made the rifles for the Dark Troopers. Now, the Dark Troopers make a certain degree of sense. Now, you could say like, oh, well, couldn't the Imperials just bombard them from orbit? Yes, they could. But then they would turn whatever planet they bombarded into a cinder, which is not so useful because then you lose all the economic capacity that that planet would have. So you send these super stormtroopers, you know, that are kind of like, they're probably not as powerful as a Spartan, but they're pretty tough, you know, and it takes out, you know, the rebel crew, thus sparing the city for, you know, further Imperial settlement or something like that. Honestly, I never really got scared by those creatures. I got scared by the puzzle. Okay, now if you didn't know, you might think, oh, you go to door number 4. Now you go to door number 2. Oh my, I wonder if that was a joke. Considering that, like, devs back then actually had a sense of humor, I wonder if they did that on purpose. Nope, I went the wrong way. I knew that might happen. Okay, so technically we gotta go through all this way again. Now, once again, if you didn't know what you were supposed to do or what the actual objective was, you'd be screwed. You'd be being shot through the sewage multiple times, and you can stop playing the game right here. It's just, it gets too hard too fast, and then there's a lot of levels that are really easy. In fact, once we get through this, we probably will go to the detention center because I want to show how ridiculously hard that level is. Now, once again, this is level 3. The first 2 levels, super easy. This level, you don't pull that right switch, you just keep going around and around. Sci-fi plays have a better effective way of getting rid of waste. The switch out in the 3rd sewage room. Oh, crap. Yeah, sewage levels are pretty terrible. I mean, with Star Wars, the technology is, let's see, did I miss a switch there? The technology level's kind of variable. It's meant to be understandable, which is why the actual space battles are a little more World War II-esque. There it is. Okay. Let's see, who said that? Thank you, Zach Goodrich. Alright, so we got the third barrel. We got the 3rd switch. Now, if you didn't know that was there, if you weren't paying attention, I know, because I did it. You just wander around, it's dark. But the detention center is just the worst for that, though. The real reason why this part of the game is so bad is just, you gotta wait for that to do that every bloody time. Hepatitis now. Hey, they got good medical technology. They'll survive. Yeah, they did add that level and I did record it. That level's just kind of boring, you know? I'm glad they added it back in, but I'm glad they didn't actually use it as the first level. Because it goes on a bit too long, and the actual design of it's just a little stale. Having to make this turd water. Yeah. I mean, I'm not really sure why they thought level 3 needed to be the sewer level, though. And have to add... I guess this, like, makes the game last a little longer, because... if you know what you're doing, you can beat this game in about 4 hours. Which I did. Take that chip. Why are there interrogator droids here anyway? That's what I want to know. Like, who thought that was a good thing to... why would you have, like, a super specialized droid patrol your sewer? It's like, you know, they take waste reclamation really seriously in Star Wars, you know? They have, you know, $1 million or million credit droids watch the shit juice. Alright, so what we want to do is we want to grab some bullets, shoot that dingwa in the face, and then we can do some platforming, but you can really just go on a ladder, I think. Not a ladder, go on an elevator. A lift. Used his colon as a texture? Ew. I did not need to know that. I still have not played System Shock 2. I know everybody loves it. It's just one of those games I've never gotten around to. Many years ago, I had intended to do a video on it. But I just had a lot of stuff get in the way. Most notably, I've been wanting to remaster or remake a number of my older videos. Like Doom 3. Doom 3 is going to be 20 this year. And I'm going to do a new video on that with all the modern bells and whistles. Okay, let's do our little platforming thing here. And jump! Nope, gonna completely miss. See, when no one's watching, I can easily jump that. Thankfully, there's not much platforming in this game other than, like, right here. There we go. The Gran are always... God damn it, you bastard! These three-eyed motherfuckers are some of the most annoying enemies in all of Dark Forces, and they show up in every single one of these games. And they're terrible here. Well, I say terrible, they're not... God damn it! Controls are a little floaty, but then they always were. Kathleen Kennedy's in the credits. I didn't see that. I'm glad I didn't see that. I'd be traumatized. There we go. Just turn off auto run. Imagine trying to do this with a keyboard and mouse. I did it. You. I mean, I guess he must. That's the thing. Poor Kyle here. He's not like a Mandalorian. You know, he doesn't have a full face helmet that allows him to breathe in space. So he's got to be breathing in this literal shit. See, Boba, he knows where it's at. And yes, you do fight Boba Fett in this game, and that boss fight isn't that bad. I love how Moff Revis is just like, just chilling on his fucking chair there. What an asshole.
Jan, I found Moff Revis. I'm ready to get out of this mess.
I never noticed, he does have a little mustache. Yeah, Doom 3 is 20 years old, and Doom 2 is going to be 30 years old. I'm going to review both this year. Okay, Research Facility, pretty easy. Gromus Mines, also pretty easy. Detention Center, this puts your balls in a salad shooter, that's for sure.
This contemptible excuse for an officer will no longer divulge any more information to that rebel, Kyle Katarn.
Katarn will not be as easy to deal with. He is very resourceful. More resourceful, it seems, than even your dark troopers.
I understand the threat, Lord Vader. Katarn was once an impressive Imperial officer, but he was weak and gave up on the struggle for our new order. I wouldn't put much faith in his abilities. Katarn will never come near this ship. My new hire will see to that.
See, that's a real Boba Fett, not drunk Uncle Fett. So, Crix Maydeen here has gone over to the Rebels in multiple different ways over multiple games. In Rogue Squadron, all you had to do was just pick him up. You know, you had to defend, like, a building from a couple TIE bombers. Here, oh my god, here. Oh, man. I don't know, like I said, I don't know if we'll actually beat this, because this is hard. Like, if you don't know what you're doing, you will not beat this in less than, like, 2 hours. I did know what I was doing, and it still took me, like, 30 minutes. Maybe it won't be that bad this time, but one of the reasons why this level is so bad, I'd love to know why the frame rate's chugging on me. I guess it really doesn't like being run in a window, or it doesn't like being streamed. I don't know. But, okay, so there's a part of this level where you need a gas mask. If you don't have it, you die. But it is literally hidden behind a wall. That is the most bullshit. When I figured that out, I was like pissed for 3 days. Well, maybe it wasn't that long, but still. Let's see. One character you could shrink him or her and put them in a jar to doom, then to a death or drowning in ship. Who would it be? You know, I'm not sure. That's something I'd have to think about for a little while. My first instinct is to say Erebus from Warhammer 40k. Because, fuck Erebus. He killed one of my favorite characters. Literally just stabbed him in the back. So, yeah. I'd say Erebus. I'd like to see him drowning in a river of shit. And he might be. He might be, because, He might have gotten taken by Nurgle. It'd be nice if he was. No, they did not get James Earl Jones, but they got a very good sound-alike. Like, the guy back then sounded a lot like the real Darth Vader. It was really awesome. Okay, let's actually bring that up. Oh, come on, hit it, Kyle. And I'm not sure if Kyle is supposed to be 50, but it kind of makes sense. Because he's got gray hair at the temples, like 10 years after this. So maybe it kind of makes sense. But people in Star Wars age slower just because they have a higher technology level. At least they should. At least they better. Okay, let's chuck that. Oh, come on, blow up the wall. Yeah, fuck it. That's one other problem with this game is that the grenades don't really work that well. I mean, this is 95, and the idea of even having hand grenades is something that is very, very new. Oh, you bastard! Something that is very, very new. So I'm not gonna fault them too much, but yeah, they're pretty bad. What's also kind of bad is the landmines. We're gonna get to those. Oh yes, we're gonna get to those. The developers were being a little shitty. Okay, they will literally hide landmines in the item pickups just to fuck with you. I guess I probably could have done all the easy levels, but I want to show the hard ones. Okay, this is where the hell comes in. This is where we're gonna go to hell right now. Because if you don't know what you're doing, you are screwed. No, you're fucked. So you've got some elevator puzzles you gotta play with. And you've got landmines. Okay, now, you can't just shoot the landmine. This isn't Black. This is, you know, Dark Forces. So in order to set those landmines off, what you gotta do is you gotta throw a grenade. But you have to throw it almost right on it because there's no splash damage. And actually trying to get it to where you can not get hurt is not real. See, like, we blew that wall open, but we didn't blow that thing up. So yeah, it's kind of annoying. This is where the game has definitely aged. And believe me, there's a lot of these landmines. Now, I'm not really sure what you're supposed to do with them. I think that's like on a harder difficulty. You'd set traps or something, but I prefer a straight fight to all this sneaking around. Let's see. And yeah, I'm actually doing a Doom 3 playthrough right now of the BFG edition. I complained about the BFG edition many years ago because I didn't really understand the importance of being able to play the game. Because I used to be like, you know, if you're too lazy to mod a game, you shouldn't even be able to play the game. Yes, I was kind of an elitist. And by kind of an elitist, I mean a major league elitist. It's like, why would you need a console version of Doom 3 when all you have to do is, like, mod the game? It's, like, really easy. It never... Ah, fuck you. Fuck you, game. This happened to me the last time. Yeah, see, the game will do that. We don't even need to go in there, because all it is an extra life, and you'll lose this life trying to get down there, because there's 2 turrets that are just gonna blast you the second you come down the goddamn elevator. Like, these LucasArts was not playing around back then. Like, this is supposed to be a game I would assume for kids, because I was a kid when I played it, but this is not no easy game. And there's no intro-level saving either. That's one of the reasons why I prefer the Jedi engine, because you can do that. Here, oh no, you do it in one sitting. You do it in one take. You don't do it, you go all the way back. Thankfully, the levels are short enough that it doesn't matter, but like I said, you don't know what you're doing, it'll be pain. Now, the question might be, how do you get through there? Also, I love how that imp officer killed himself. What a dumbass. Level Boba Fett in it. So much as a kid. You can never find him. Oh yeah, we'll go kill him at some point. Actually, we'll just knock him out. Health around a landmine. Yeah, it is pure evil. Okay, so now imagine you're a kid. You don't know too much about anything, but you gotta get through that force field. So you gotta wait for it to, I believe, stop blinking, I think. Or you might have to go through a different elevator. Maybe. See, that's the thing. It's like trying to do this by memory. Okay, we gotta go down another level. There we go. And see, like, once again, if you don't know, you're gonna keep trying to go through there, and you're just gonna bash your head into that thing. Here we go. That's the one that lets you go through there. Okay, you little bastard. Okay, so I don't remember which one it is. Yep, there it is. So, when it flashes, you can't go through. When it's stable, you can. Okay, this is where we're gonna get to the bullshitty part, though. That's not even bullshitty. That's like, okay, you might be able to figure that out on your own. You can kind of experiment with it. Here, you bastards. I knew it was gonna happen. Okay, so like we're going through here, like so. Now, we need to get a red key. The problem is, we need a gas mask to get the red key. Now, you can go all the way through here, and you can get to that door, and you might be like, oh, I gotta time it just right. No, you don't. Now, let me ask you something, audience. Would you believe that a plot important item is behind this behind this wall that doesn't tell you anything? This wall tells you nothing. Oh, there it is. I never could have. There is no way you'd figure that out on your own. You'd literally have to be going up to every wall to try to open it. If you didn't know that, and you need that. That's the gas mask. That you cannot beat the level without it. That's not challenging. That is bullshit. I'm still pissed off at it even now. It is. I guarantee you, very few people beat this level, and very few people beat this game without cheating. Because you need that. Yeah, here it is. You need that. Without that, you don't get that red key, and without that red key, now you can go in there, and you'll die every time. Let's see, I forget which controller support is not that great, so I can't exactly remember which key that is. Let's see here. That is... gas mask is Z. Okay, so you need that gas mask, but it's behind that wall, tells you nothing. You're just supposed to guess. And without that gas mask, what's going to happen... Okay, let's wait for that. What's going to happen is you're going to go up here, you're going to try to go through, and this little reactor room, you're just going to die. Every goddamn time. It's just... it is bullshit. I have the Dark Forces. And yeah, this is a very, very good game, except for that. It's just like, they needed to have some kind of symbol, like biohazard, gas mask, something. But like, that looks like that's a secret, but you need it. Okay, so I'm trying to remember exactly what we're supposed to do after that, because there's a, I don't think you actually have to go in here, but I don't remember. I think there's a, in fact, I don't, yeah, I don't think you need to go in here, because I think that's just some extra crap that you don't really need. Okay, now, what you gotta do is you gotta send one of these elevators back down, because you're gonna need to jump on that. It's one of those things, if you don't know, you're so screwed. Because how would you know to do that? There's a weird little, like, map for you that, like, will kind of explain how to do it. Kind of. But it's just, yeah. This level, man, this is the worst level in the game. This is the worst level in Dark Forces, period. Okay, where are we? Are we where I think we need to be? Okay, let's send that down. Send that down, unless I... Wait, where am I? Okay, I think we're going back to where we need to be. Because you have to go back to the beginning area. Yeah, there we go. You have to go back to the beginning area, and then you have to kind of like open up a door. Then once you open up that door, you can go behind the little elevator things, and then even explaining it's kind of hard. Okay, let's at that pulse. That's why when I did my top 13 FPSs, this was pretty high on the list. It's shit like that, where once again you don't know, you're wandering around. Okay, here we are. Alright, so... Oh, you bastards! You think that's bad, just wait till we get further in the game. Okay, so you see that right there? I know what I'm looking at, but if you've never played this game before, or you haven't played it as much as I have, you'll have no idea what that's supposed to even be. And it's very easy to miss this door too, like you might not know what that is. And so, I'm trying to think, did I do this right? Yeah, the elevator would be there if I didn't do it right. Okay, we're gonna jump down here. I think it's gonna hurt us. Yep. Hope you got enough health. Okay, and then... Yep, I did it right. Yeah, that is some real... It looked easy. I know it looked easy, but believe me, it wasn't. Because I had to know that. I had to know. Because the game... If you didn't know that... If you didn't know where the gas mask was, you would not be able to finish this level. And then the rest of the level is kind of easy. And then the rest of the game is pretty easy when compared to this level. Like, there is no level that gets nearly... Actually, no, I take that back. That door puzzle gets pretty bad, but that's later in that level. Yeah, I don't know whose bright idea that was. Somebody was pissed off that day. I don't know, did Dev's girlfriend break up with him or something? He just wanted to punish the player? She left me for Chad, how could she? I bathed once a month. Okay, and I kind of forgot where I was trying to be. Oh, go away, Dingoa. No one likes you. Showed up in one movie. Okay, I think we jump over there. I think we jump... Yeah, there we go. No, there's... Uh-oh. Am I lost? I know this is where we need to be, but I can't exactly... There it is. There it is. Okay. Whoever... Yeah, those landmines, man, they hurt. And that's still not the worst. We'll do Jabba's ship. When you go on Jabba's ship, they're everywhere. I mean, literally everywhere. And they actually are hidden behind items. Like, they are literally hidden there. Oh, I'm gonna die, but I got plenty of life, I swear. Maybe I can just like pop in and out. It's like I know what I'm doing. You pass the reactor room with the mask. I don't think it shows on the map though. I never saw it on the map. What's your opinion of the live action Thrawn? You know, he wasn't bad. He was definitely, he had too much, he had too many chicken sanders, I can tell you that though. Uh-oh, did I get the, uh-oh, I might not actually be able to finish the level because I don't think I have the, code for that. Shit. The personal data assistant? They're gonna have that in 30,000 years? Okay. Oh man, I don't remember what the code is. Ooh, I don't think I got it. Okay, well, we're gonna try all these. So it's that weird little, what is that, an apple? Okay, we'll try apple, X-looking thing, and triangle. Nope, that wasn't it. Ooh, do I not have the code because I didn't go to certain areas? Okay, well, we're gonna try the 3 codes we do have, and if... Oh, we're at the end of the level anyway. The only thing you're gonna miss... Nope, I got it. There he is.
Okay, Jan, I've rescued Maydeen.
You better be worth it, you bastard.
Don't hang around. Let's get out of here before any more troopers arrive.
Okay, so that was that. That looked so easy, right? I cannot tell you how long it took me when I first tried to do this back in the day. I don't think as a kid I ever did it, but as an adult I finally did. Okay, so let's do Jabba's ship. So basically you track down where the materials for the Dark Troopers are coming from. Come to find out, it's Jabba is one of the smugglers sending materials to the arc hammer. And I think Jabba's ship is pretty cool. Now, he's not actually on it, though.
Jabba, what have you done with Jan? If any harm comes to her, I'll personally shove my blaster down your slimy throat.
Kal-Katarn is a pretty is a pretty hardcore motherfucker. He doesn't have the beard yet, but he's already close to being Chuck Norris.
I wish you were here too, Jabba. There's nothing like roast Kel Dragon.
Like how they call it the Nava card. Okay, yeah, so you do get to punch a Kel Dragon in the face. This is not as hard as it looks, though. Because you can just circle strafe him and punch him in the ass. Yeah, you could just... Now, I can't imagine how difficult this was with the keyboard, because I don't remember. I might have just done the God mode cheat for this. But I think this is a pretty neat idea. It's a little awkward, but, you know, it's awesome that you get to play as a character who can literally punch a dragon to death. We literally just beat the shit out of a dragon. Now, there's another one, but we don't really need to beat him to death, because we can punch this guy in the back of the head. We're gonna punch Lenny in the back of the head, like so. They'll give us some grenades to blow him up. And we'll just grab that revive so we don't die. This is a pretty good level, but man, there's so many landmines. So many landmines. Space Chuck Norris. Yep. Let's see, Chuck Norris found the last dragon and strangled him in 5 seconds. Damn, I ran out of grenades. Looks like we'll have to punch him in the face again. I think when it comes to cinematic characters, though, James Bond probably has the highest kill count by far, because there's a YouTube compilation of all the James Bond kills. He kills a lot of people. It's like 500 people over the course of the movies. It's like, holy shit. You do not fuck with James Bond. Like, you think he's just a regular guy, but that PPK is deadly. And then all the gadgets. Like multiple armed attack helicopters and the attack auto gyro. Punch him in the face. Just beat the shit out of him. Go back to ProZeb. How many people are going to get that? Not many. Especially... Oh, crap. Oh, it's like I knew what I was doing. And that's just the first of them. There's a door we're going to get to later in this level where we're going to die instantly because they... For some reason, the dev, once again, I think his girlfriend must have ran away with Chad or something. Because one of the devs punishes the player, you bastard. Punishes the player. Oh man, I've not died. You... Okay, we may have to try this again. Because what you want to do is not get hit, obviously. Oh, crap. Oh, crap. Fuck. Like how okay, I'm down to 0 lives. Okay, just kill me. Just kill me. Oh, Facebook's going off. I'm gonna blame Facebook this time. Okay, so what you want to do, seriously, is you want to grab your gear as quickly as possible, and I fucked that up. Once you do that, this level gets pretty easy. Okay, let's circle strafe this Kel Dragon. Punch him to death. Originally, this is supposed to be a crate dragon, but crate dragons are way too big for that. Even Darth Revan couldn't kill one. Am I really gonna die to the first boss, really? Okay, I might just move on. There we go. Hey, I've got 20 health and 2 lives. That's plenty, right? Aspirin. Yeah, I'm looking forward to that, Battlefront 1 and 2 remaster. I'm very surprised that's actually getting made. I would have thought EA would have want to keep that, out of the popular consciousness so people would buy their crappy EA versions. Okay, we're just going to avoid fighting. There are alternatives to fighting. Oh, really? I didn't pick up the key. Just for that, I'm gonna beat the shit out of that guy. You gotta feel kind of bad though, working for Jabba. You never know if you're gonna get eaten by a dragon, eaten by a rancor, or punched in the face by Kyle Katarn. And they just don't get paid enough for that shit. They should have just got an OnlyFans. I mean, they've got 3. Oh, you bastard. Okay, I'm gonna have to punch this guy in the face again. Wait, no. He landmined. Yes, you can kill yourself with your own landmines. Like that. Sadly, you don't get to see Jan in a Slave Leia outfit. Or, should I say, Hut Slayer Leia? Jan gets kidnapped once per game, though. Because of, I guess, sexisms. Punch him. Let's punch him. One day, I would like to see a brutal version of Dark Forces. Where you can literally punch the Kell Dragon into like a pile of guts. Damn, I don't know why I'm sucking so much. When I played this, literally yesterday, I didn't die once. Once again, I'm just gonna blame the chat. When in doubt, blame chat. I blame you, Ace Party. Yeah, it really does suck that we lost that Mando FPS. And the sad part is Jan really needed to be less of a damsel in the later games just because she is a pretty kick-ass character in and of herself, especially in the novels. Once again, she was under orders to literally assassinate Kyle if it seemed like he was gonna turn traitor. Which is dark and pretty cool. It's not something you'd really see much these days. Yeah, the Mandalorian FPS, I'm surprised such a thing wasn't made already. Especially when you consider how popular the Mandalorian is. Even someone like me likes Mando. I would have bought that game. Maybe. There are alternatives to buy. I mean, I would buy it like many times. What I joke about that? How many times have I bought Doom 3 over the years? At least 6. Back up. No, wait, which one is Zelda? Is that the one that is in the green outfit? I know that Zelda's the princess. Is she the Twilight Princess? I've never played a Zelda game, but I do know the lore. Alright, and let's grab that. Let's grab the good stuff. My gear. Give me my shit, you bastards. Now, it's kind of implied that, like, Kyle has, like, a Mandalorian breastplate, but you'd think he would wear the other Mando armors. Just saying. Come on, Kyle, what do you got against Mandos? Huh? You think you don't want to wear the codpiece? You don't have to wear the codpiece. The codpiece is very comfortable. I mean, the bigger the codpiece, the bigger... Never mind. Alright, so now we're going to go through Landmine Central. Now, you can try to run up to one and then back up fast enough. Don't even bother. And trying to judge the distance, it's as painful as it looks. Okay. Nope, or you can even kill like I said, you can kill yourself with your own grenades. Shit! Right by the door. And you right by the med kit. See? Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. I'm sorry your girlfriend decided to break up with you for Chad. You don't have to take it out on me. Right there. Like, if you're not paying attention. And look. Now we're getting blasted by a conch rifle, and you can't dodge that. I don't know, I swear. Early part of the development, you know, the dude's girlfriend loves him. Latter part of the development, he's single, he's mad, and he's gonna take it out on all of us. Same with the guy who did Mass Effect 3. I swear, it's like that guy had to have been cheated on to make an ending that bad. Mandalorian, Jedi, or Sith be? Well, there've been Mandalorian Sith and Mandalorian Jedi. It'd be like, take the best of both worlds. You got the kick-ass armor and a lightsaber. I mean, if I was gonna be in the Star Wars universe, that's what I'd want to be. The Mandalorian Jedi. They are definitely really difficult, but I honestly think the Gran are worse because the Gran can punch you and it goes straight through your shields and attacks your health, and there's more shields than there are health. Oh, this is gonna be painful. Okay, if you don't know, this is what I like to call, okay, our developer must have had a really bad experience with his girlfriend, because on the other side of that door are two mines, and they will kill you instantly if you don't know they're there. And I don't know why they didn't make them shootable. They're right on the other side of that door. Oh, you fuck. Oh, you fuck. No, they're not on the other side of that door. Maybe it's this one. Yep. If you didn't know, you saw it. You saw it. If you didn't know those were there, you would die instantly, and I did. It's like, that is really shitty. Why put them there? Why put those there? There's challenge, and then there's that. So I'm telling you, like, half the challenge of this game comes not from the actual shooting, but the actual environment. And yeah, it is pretty... Opinion of Count Dooku? I'm not a big prequel guy, but I really liked the performance of Christopher Lee. I mean, it's not a bad character, you know. In terms of narrative, it works. Oh, there's mines all over here too. I think there's some behind those shields. Let's find out. Yep. And you can't see that. Once again, you don't know, you die. All right, we gotta, like, be very patient. Okay, we're good, we're good, we're good, we're good. There's some more mines in there. Yep. Oh, you bastard! See? Look at that. And yeah, the slow Gran does penetrate the shield. You can see he's got grenades, and you get too close to him. You get too close to him, he'll end you fast. Okay, oh, fuck, no! I'm down to 2 health. We're probably not gonna be able to beat this just because, yeah. Because I want to show some of these other levels. I do want to show the last level, because the last level is really impressive. And is much more fair than this. Yeah, so apparently Dune Part 2 was ruined by, the actress. Apparently she... You bastard! Okay, we're gonna cancel that and move on. We saved Jan. Okay, so... let's do Imperial City. This has the door puzzle that once you figure out how easy that is, you're gonna want to throw a fucking controller out the window. But yeah, Count Dooku is a pretty interesting character, you know, like a former Jedi that gets disillusioned and then gets corrupted by, you know, Palpatine. It's a cool idea. It'd be nice if the rest of the prequels were as good as that concept. Let's see. Games are cursed. First 1313. Man, I want 1313. I want that game. I've seen the leaked gameplay of 1313. I want that so bad. A third-person shooter where you play as Boba Fett, that would print money. That would print goddamn money. I would even, you know, I would even, if it was only on a console, I might buy the console just for that. Maybe. If I got overtime that month. Because, I mean, playing as Boba Fett is awesome. Okay, so you gotta find the right elevator, and I think that's the right one. Maybe. Because those other elevators... Yeah, this is the right one. The other elevators just take you to a courtyard. Okay, so this... What we're doing in this mission is we're trying to get... I think we're trying to unlock the navigation card so we can find where the Executor's gonna be, I think. When I actually do the video in May for May the 4th, I'll be sure to actually give a much more comprehensive evaluation of the story. The story's good. Don't get me wrong, the story is good. Especially for 95. If we lived in a happy timeline, I would love to see this game get like a full 3D remastering, because all it needs is 3D graphics, full motion video cutscenes, and it could definitely compete with just about anything today. Yeah, Dune 2. And yeah, apparently the actress playing like the main love interest ruined it because she wanted to be like the queen. Oh, you bastards. Wanted to be like the queen, but in the book, she was like a concubine. Okay, we're just gonna run, because we don't actually have to fight these guys. Blast them with the arc welder! We've got to get to the door puzzle! We have to open the glass door. Where's the ceiling? I can't ever remember. Oh, I'm so gonna die. No, I'm still alive. Now, Imperial City here is a really impressive level. I mean, look at that. 1995 here, people. You gotta, like, storm the Dark Citadel. I mean, this was the real shit here. It's for stuff like this that I can forgive those goddamn landmines and the Detention Center level. Because this is a really impressive game. I realize we have not killed a single Dark Trooper yet. I'm not sure why they would use a probe droid as like a... Oh crap, I'm completely out of ammo. That's never happened to me before. Just blow them up. Now, I could do an actually moment and say, actually, the thermal detonators were like pocket nukes, and so they should do a lot more damage than this. But then I could actually that and say, well, technically, they could be variable yield. Oh, it's in the Star Wars universe. I'd be the guy who buys and salvages all the used separate stuff. You know, that's not a bad thing to have, really. And you think the Imperials would be smart enough to use all those battle droids to, like, patrol the Outer Rim territories instead of sending people there. It'd be cheaper, but, you know, it's one of those things where you're trying to arc weld the prequels onto the original trilogy where none of these droids ever showed up in. It's kind of neat to think that, like, the first characters we see in all of Star Wars is C-3PO and R2-D2. Two non-combatants that are pretty awesome in their own right. And Star Wars has been able to maintain that popularity like nothing else. Like, I remember reading some books that came out around the same time as Star Wars. Not that I was alive yet. It's like, the most popular science fiction franchise of all time is not named Star Peace. Sadly, that book of short stories was pretty crap, but kind of funny. Because in that book of short stories, you had the moon getting invaded by the Soviet Union in 2007. Because in 1986, people just assumed the Soviet Union was going to be there forever. Instead, yeah, communism is, never mind. Yeah, they did a decent job trying to figure out what happened to all that separatist stuff. It's one of those things that if you don't know what you're doing, you're not going to be able to figure out what this block of cheese, I guess, is. That might be a bed, I guess. What you got to do is you got to do that. And then you go over here. And boom. But if you don't know that, you'll be like, I can't get up there. How do I get up there? You gotta move the cheese block, man. You don't move the cheese block, you'll be screwed. Get out of the way, mouse droid. Nobody likes you. Especially Chewbacca. So, this is a pretty good action level, but man, when we get to that door puzzle, this slows up pretty fast. So I think after we finish this, we'll go do, oh shit, we got the plasma rifle, which I never use. That means I've got plenty of ammo for when we have to take down General Mach. I think there was a plot in one of the novels where a mouse droid had like a bomb in it. They were able to blow up like the Imperial of the Week. Oh crap. Now if I lived in the Star Wars universe, I'd buy me an ASP droid. You see it at the opening part of the special edition of A New Hope. It's a basic bipedal droid that can talk. Like, I think it would be really useful. You program it to be a mechanic, and you never have to fix your land speeder ever again. Sadly, we live in a world where right to repair is not really respected as it should be. It would be awesome if, like, oh crap, there's our first Dark Trooper. Our first catch of the day. So, one of the better weapons to use against the Dark Trooper is the Packard mortar gun. That way you can save your plasma ammo for later. After they couldn't compete with Ford, Packard decided to make a mortar launcher. Not exactly what I would have thought from them, but well, if Cadillac Gage can make a machine gun. That might look easy, but believe me, it is more difficult than... Oh crap! I will not be killed by a generic Stormy after I kill that bastard. Yeah, one of the very second YouTube video I ever did had my Dark Trooper action figure right in the background. I think we're getting to the door puzzle. Oh, Kylo Ren. What a wasted opportunity. Alright, so, the door puzzle. The dreaded door puzzle. I remember this as a kid and never getting past it, and I just cheated past it. So, the big problem with Dark Forces really is there's so many moments in this game where, you know, you just, it stops. The game is effective. If you don't know what you're doing, the game is effectively over. Okay, let's try this. Let's try it. So, first, you gotta open up these doors. Also, thrill at the door puzzle. You gotta open them all up. This is actually worse than Hexen to a certain extent, because I don't think Hexen ever made you do this. Alright, so we gotta open these up. Oh, I know why the frame rate's freaking out. It's just... in order to see the chat, I have to have the web browser open, and for some reason it doesn't like that. Okay, so then what we gotta do is we do that. And then we go over here, like so. This is going by memory. My memory's good, but it's not that good. Okay. And, okay, I already fucked it up. Yeah, because see, like, that'll open up that. Wait, did I magically do it right? Did I? No, I didn't. Okay. I got it mostly right. Mostly. Okay, so we gotta go back here. Okay, so... I think what we gotta do is... Is it the middle one? I think it's that one. Okay, but then we're stuck in here, so that didn't work. So like I said, it's a little confusing. It's not... If you know the proper puzzle. I looked on YouTube for 40 minutes trying. Yeah. I have to admit that while the design was a little too 40K for my taste, the live-action Dark Troopers, I was happy just to see them. You know, when the Mandalorian TV show was good, for me it was like I was happy just to see it look as good as it was. And so, yeah, I mean, they didn't look quite right, but, you know, they didn't make him weak. They didn't do like they didn't pull a Jake Skywalker, so there's that. Okay, so we open that up. And I think we do that. Oh man, I've already lost it. Because, like, there's a specific order you have to do this just right. And I don't think I remember how to do it. Yeah, already that's wrong. You see, that's this is the hardest part of the game. Like, the detention center is at least doable. No, I take that back. This is not the hardest part of the game, simply because you know what to do. The detention center is the worst because you don't know where to find that gas mask, and you need that to progress. So this is actually the second worst part of the game. Yeah, because, like, it has to be done just right. And I don't think I'm going to be able to figure it out unless I look it up again. Yeah, because it's going to open this. It's going to open that back up. Actually, wait. Hold on. I wonder for a moment. And I also have to admit that while I'm not a big dubstep fan, I did not mind the dubstep activation sequence. Okay, I think we might have it. This is probably going to be like Return of the Jedi. I think I got it! And then the second set of doors show up. Okay, there's that. Oh, I bet I'm not going to be able to do it because I can't get out that way. Yeah. Or maybe. Nope. If just one of those doors is off, yeah, you're screwed. Did that do it? No, it didn't. I like them actually sticking close to the EU because that was when Star Wars was actually good. And they got it mostly right. I mean, Thrawn at least looked threatening most of the time, even if the rest of Ahsoka was just god-awful, boring trash. Okay, maybe it was the third one. I'm only gonna do this for a little while. I will not force y'all to watch me try in vain to figure out how to make that work. Maybe it's all three? I just don't remember. It wasn't like... Because that wasn't right. I don't think it's all three. My recommendation when y'all are playing this game, just look it up. Because it's not that hard, but it's one of those things that while it's not that hard, actually getting it right is annoyingly difficult. And, yeah, okay. Alright, so you fight Boba Fett after this. You kind of have to earn that fight, but getting that right is just such... It's not that bullshitty, but it kind of is. And it's really only one of a few missions like that, too. Because the last two missions, which we'll go ahead and do now, Executor and Archammer, are not that tough. In fact, they're pretty easy in comparison to that. She programmed my PDA. I like it when girls program my PDA. Oh, but anyway. Alright, this is a lot easier. This is much more just shooty. Thankfully. There's a little bit of puzzling, but not much. A little bit. Not like that. Well, they kept Thrawn pretty calculating. He still won at the end of Ahsoka, and so that was alright. That was alright. Just the rest of that show was pretty terrible. And I love the fact that, like, they couldn't have Ezra Miller, I guess, get together with, whatever the fuck that other girl's name is, Sabine, because Gen Z doesn't like romance or something. It's like, seriously, she's gonna, like, betray everybody to get back her surrogate brother? What? Huh? It's just, I don't know. I don't get Gen Z. I don't get these kids these days. It's like, just make it a romance. Then it makes sense. And Ahsoka was was completely underutilized. And she was fucking boring. She didn't do anything. She just sat around looking smug. There's a lot of good that could have come from Ahsoka that just didn't really show up. People like the costumes. I think like within a week there was already a guy with a 3D printed Stormtrooper outfit. That one with the gold face. I forget who that's supposed to be. It's all 3 colors? Okay, well, I already gave up. It's like, fuck the game. That's definitely one of those fuck the game kind of moments. Let's just move on to, like, shooting stormtroopers, which is what I thought we were here to do. You know, I think that's one thing that the comics and the novels also kind of got wrong about Darth Vader. And I mean the EU as well. The EU was guilty of this too. Vader killing Admiral Ozzel should have been a very rare thing. You know, he really should not have killed that many of his own men. Because that's really dumb. And Darth Vader is supposed to be pretty smart. He's supposed to be a pretty smart guy. And he should know that, like, okay, you kill a bunch of flag officers, who do you replace them with? You can't, they just don't grow on trees. And Captain Piet wasn't that great. Alright, come on, you little bastard. Are you gonna run? Why are you running? Why are you running? You know, like getting shot in the face with a mortar? Ezra Bridger is the name of the character. So, yeah. Ezra Miller, the Jedi. I mean, no, it's Ezra Bridger, whatever. I mean, the names are very similar. How am I supposed to keep that straight? And they even look a lot alike, too. But, yeah. That character, you know, didn't want to use a lightsaber. Come on, man. Give him a lightsaber, make him an actual Jedi, and have it be where Sabine... I gotta admit, Sabine wasn't that bad. I mean, she was a punk rocker in Star Wars, but, you know, I mean, she wasn't that awful. Just about everything Ahsoka related it wasn't that awful. But it still wasn't that good either. It's the same way with Mando Season 3. It's like, it wasn't that awful, but it wasn't good. I actually had an idea for a Mando and Star Trek crossover randomly one day, and it's where at the end of Mando Season 3, when all the Mandos were on the Imperial cruiser heading to Mandalore for like the final battle, at least I think that's what happened. We're gonna assume that's what happened. They end up getting sucked into the Star Trek universe shortly before the Battle of Wolf 359. What? You know, that would have looked awesome in 95, but here, that just looks kind of awkward. I mean, yeah. I mean, I'm glad they tried that, but yeah, that's just, the TIE Fighter's too small, and that's some early 90s 3D for you. Hey, that would have looked great 30 years ago. But anyway, that story idea I had was where you basically have these Mandos show up shortly before the Battle of Wolf 359. They talk to the Enterprise to figure out who the Borg are, and then we have an awesome boarding action by the Mandos onto the Borg cube to rescue Captain Picard and blow it up from the inside. Of course, I also had the idea of like the Borg Queen basically turning into this giant scorpion monster with Mando having to fight it with the Darksaber. I'm looking forward to the days when like AI could actually make that. Because that, once again, AI does have its uses. Because like, if you want to see something like that, Mando fighting a giant mechanical scorpion, well, you wouldn't want to have to pay the tens of thousands of dollars necessary to have that animated. With AI, you just type it in and there you go. And to me, there's nothing wrong with that. Let's see here. The Bora Cube. Assimilated Mandos. That's one thing that would be kind of neat. You could have a lot of emotional stuff behind that. You like have somebody's friend get assimilated and they have to fight. It'd be an epic. I think that actually might be a better death than what Paz got in Mando Season 3. Like Paz Vizsla gets assimilated and Mando or the Armorer has to fight him. I'm assuming Paz Vizsla is like the Armorer's son. I mean, it certainly looks like that's the case. Either that or the Armorer's a cougar. I don't know which. And of course, you'd have to have Baby Yoda do something. It's like Mando's about to get skewered by the giant mechanical scorpion, and he just like stops it for 2 seconds, and then Mando's able to stab him, or stab her rather. What's kind of funny about the Vizslas, or how the hell you pronounce that, is originally they were supposed to be horrible villains. In the EU, Prey Vizsla was actually a member of the Death Watch, and the Death Watch were like horrible murderers and slavers. It's like, they were not good. And then now in Disney, they're somewhat heroic. Oh, you little bastard. They soak up a lot of damage. Yeah, I'm out. Shit. Like I said, it looked easy, but you stop moving, you get blasted fast. Okay, I don't want to waste my rockets. We're gonna need that for a boss later on. 20 plasma cartridges. Being absolutely badass. I mean, she was a pretty badass character, except I would have liked it if we could have had some sort of establishing moment where we knew if she was the leader or not. It's like, who's the leader of the Mandalorians? She certainly acts like one, but I guess she's just the leader of the Children of the Watch, I guess. I mean, I guess that's what it is, but... And then Bo is now the Mandalore, which I really didn't like, because it really should have been Din, but whatever. Mando and Grogu, will it actually be good? It depends on who's going to direct it, and how much direct intervention we're going to get from KK. Alright, so what we want to do is we want to hit that. I like how we're just on the Executor blasting Imperials. Like, this was awesome back in the day. It still is today. I mean, you're on the actual Executor, which is one of my favorite sci-fi ships of all time. It's like the most awesome of the Star Destroyers. Alright. There we go. Now look at that. You go from the door puzzle to this. Once again, who thought that door puzzle was a good idea? Alright, so this is the last level. This is a pretty good last level. This does have the problem of, if you know what you're doing, it's easy. If you don't, you're gonna die a lot. There's one really badly placed crusher that is really annoying. That you think you need to go there? Nope. You try to time it just right, and all you get is some extra shields. Once again, I think we've got our dev who got cheated on with Chad. Because that's the only thing that explains that level of cruelty. Like, come on, just, there's plenty of fish out there. And women, too. That won't cheat on you with Chad. Let's see. The Eclipse is a decent design. I don't like it because it's just a little too, it's a little chubby. It's got a little chub, you know? Oh my god, it's a giant mechanical arm.
There he is, stop him.
It's an auto worker. He's Union, run! Yeah, I actually have a Lego of the Executor as well. It's not really a Lego, it's a Chinese clone of the original Lego model. Which I've not built because it's 4 foot long and I don't have an extra 4 feet. Well, there is a building brick set of the Eclipse. It's going to be about $700 on, I think, AliExpress. It's going to be, I think, 14,000 pieces. It's the Mold King, which, once again, Chinese to English is hard. Because Mold King does not sound as good as I think they think it sounds. But yeah, the Mold King Eclipse exists. I'm not a big fan of the Eclipse, so I didn't really buy one myself, but they exist. There's some YouTube videos of them, and they're supposed to be pretty good. Uh-oh. I hear a bastard down there. I hear a ripoff of the Terminator, and he will need to be exterminated. Yeah, they're running around down there. You know, Mouse Droid, you're in a very dangerous place, because you don't have a sword arm. Okay, let's go ahead and use the fusion cutter here. Yeah, you can destroy it, you just have to shoot at the little boxy area. This is a pretty good remaster. I recommend that if you have a PC, just play it on the Force engine. Just play the, play Dark Forces on the Source engine. Not the Source engine, the Force engine, there we go. Because you'll be able to quick save. But if you're on a console, this is great. And I'm playing this on the PC, but I primarily bought it because I'm a psycho fan for Star Wars games. It's got a slightly less powerful Death Star super laser. It'll only crack the crust and kill everyone. It won't blow up the planet, though. Oh, crap. Oh, crap. And I'm out of the mortar gun! No! Yeah, well. Because you really need to have the plasma rifle for the final boss. No! Oh, crap. Okay, these guys will do direct physical damage to you if they get close enough. Oh, crap. And they've got a shield that will reflect attacks back on you. Oh, crap. Oh, there's 2 of them. And theoretically, they would be able to block lightsaber strikes, too, so... Now there's 3 of them! I did not mean... You do not want to fall down here. I remember this. Actually, okay, you know what? We're just gonna restart the mission. Because, yeah, we've already fucked it up. Okay, let's restart that. Alright. Yeah, the Eclipse 2 is not too bad. Jarek ship and Dark Forces 2. Pick this up. And yeah, this is a damn good game. This takes place in between Empire and Return of the Jedi, I think. And with one mission taking place shortly before A New Hope. Okay, so let's see. What are we trying to be? What are we trying to do? We're trying to shoot Stormies. Yeah, Jarek's Superstar Destroyer is just a little too long. I think Darth Jarek is compensating for yeah. I mean, his ship looks a little bit like well, yeah. Of course, in the book for Jedi Knight, Jarek is a real asshole. Jarek is a real jerk. And in that book, he actually tortures, not only does he torture Ron, but he also ends up torturing just some random people that Ron was with. Those books definitely do need an Essentials, a Legends Essential collection, because those things were hard to find back in the day. I can't imagine how hard they are to find today.
Surrender immediately.
So the books based upon this game and Jedi Knight, were very strange. They weren't comic books. They were actual books with pictures in them, though. I swear, it's the weirdest thing. But like, you would have like words, like a regular book, and you'd turn the page, and there would be an illustration for some reason. I've never seen a book like that before or since. And there were 3 of them. I have the first 2, but not the third one. The third one is like impossible to find. Oh, the new Executor. I didn't really like the new Executor that much, just because I felt it was a little too small. I felt it was a little too cramped. Okay, we don't want to go in there because there's a oh! I still find it hilarious that the robots scream. Why would you program them to do that? That's why these was a Stormtrooper's AI girlfriend. Oh crap! It's an auto worker! Run! He's Union! Which means he can only work 3 days out of the week. Actually give it to Vader. Vader didn't want it. There's a fanfic where Thrawn either tries to take it over, or I forget why he needs it. But Thrawn basically just gets up in Jarek's face and says like, oh, that's why he's there. Okay, there's a novel that explains where Thrawn gets the Nogri. Because the Nogri initially, in that novel at least, the fan novel, oh crap. You know, this didn't happen when I was recording the game yesterday. I swear, I recorded this game just yesterday, and that never happened. He never flew up there. It's like, what the hell? Like, I was just dead. There was nothing I could do. Like I said, these Dark Trooper Phase 2s are hard. Like how he just flew up there and fried my ass. But anyway, as I was trying to say, before I got rudely interrupted by a Dark Trooper. The dubstep bastard. Anyway, in that novel, Thrawn wants to get the Nogri from Jarek. So Thrawn shows up on a ship. And essentially uses some TIE Phantoms to almost blow the crap out of it. It's a pretty awesome novel. I think it's a novel called Hand of Judgment. You can find it on fanfic.net. Pretty good. Hand of Thrawn 45 is the best of the Star Wars fanfic writers by far. I swear it's a real EU writer. Yeah, I'm gonna die. I might not be able to beat this level. I would have died had that fucking Dark Trooper not flown up and just fried me like an asshole. So our objective here is to essentially plant some bombs. Yep, I knew it. Alright, now we're down to 2 lives. We don't really need that many lives because this isn't really that difficult. If you don't have a bastard flap and blow you up. Okay, so why is the elevator not there?
You're not all.
Okay, here we go. That looked really awesome back in the day and still kind of looks good today. Now, since this is the last level, it would be really nice if we had the ability to quick save. This is the longest level in the game too, but as I said, it's not that bad. Unless you fall down like an asshole like me. Okay, let's go back up here. Once you start dropping the bombs, it's not that bad. In the final boss fight, so long as you don't use up your assault cannon ammo, it'll be pretty doable. It was remarkable how easy it was to kill him. Okay, now we just want to jump over here, and then over there. If only that worked. And once you get through the trash mobs, then it's not so bad. And thankfully there's no time limits in this game. usually it's fair. Unless the dev got, well, dumped. Okay, let's go ahead and use their repeater gun. That's some early 90s 3D right there for those cannons. I mean, it's not bad, but it's not particularly great either. Must read EU books.
That's one.
There's a good number of them that are must reads. Obviously, the Thrawn trilogy, the entirety of the X-Wing trilogy, or not the trilogy, it's a 9-book series. X-Wing, Republic Commando, iJedi. iJedi is technically part of the X-Wing series. It just doesn't have the X-Wing sub-series name for it. iJedi is by far my favorite Star Wars book, but if you don't know anything about the X-Wing series, you'll not have a clue what's going on. Because it's like book 10 of a 10-book series. It just doesn't tell you that. And so if you don't know, yeah, you might be lost at who's Corran Horn and why is he the main character? The Republic Commando book series, absolutely amazing. One of the best things the prequels ever came up with. Let's see. Spectre of the Past, Vision of the Future is what I consider the unofficial end of Star Wars. I won't spoil it. Okay, so you might think you need to go down there to that little alcove. Do not. Do not do it. If you do, you will die because there's a crusher there. And it's timed in such a way that if you fuck up once, you are dead. As in, there's nothing left of you. Now, unless you want to see like all your fan favorite characters die or get horribly maimed, I'd recommend staying away from New Jedi Order. However, if you really like the idea of a mixture of Han and Luke into one character, then I would recommend it, because sadly the only time we really get to see Anakin Solo shine is in the New Jedi Order series, and then, well, he gets ditched halfway through that series, which sucks quite a bit. Ooh, also the Shadow of the Empire novelization is really good. That's what got me into the EU in the first place. Let's see, how are we gonna kill that guy? You know what we're gonna do? We might try to like throw grenades at him. And right. I actually got this asshole to fall into that bottomless pit there. Okay, we do not want to hurt ourselves anymore. I mean, it's the only way I know I can feel, man, is if I hurt myself. Kyle was going on to a self-harm for him. Oh no. Oh crap, you bastard. Oops. It's a rather esoteric way of self-harm if you shoot a plasma bolt at a robot. But I'm sure somebody'd come up with it. Okay, you little bastard. I'm not gonna get killed by a fucking trash mob. Oh man, I would love to see for the future. You're not Bishop. But yeah, I would like to see a remastering of Shadows of the Empire. That really needs a remastering, like, stat. Like, you fix the controls in some of those mini games in Shadows of the Empire, and you've got something that still holds up. It holds up mostly now anyway, but some of those controls are real sloppy. The swoop bike is the most notable one. I mean, if you know what you're doing with the swoop bike one, then you'll be able to do it pretty easily. But if you don't, you're just gonna be running around like an asshole, and it'll kind of reduce a bit of the fun. But blast it! There we go. Reduce a bit of the fun. But if you actually had proper modern controls on that swoop bike, I think it would work a whole lot better. Maybe fix some of the camera angles when it comes to controlling dash. As it is, it goes to show how good that game was in the first place. And people still know about it today. And I happen to have already streamed Shadows of the Empire. I still feel that Kyle Katarn is a better character than Dash Rendar, though. You see, Kyle Katarn's backstory is he wanted to go to the Imperial Academy and become a stormtrooper. And then one day, he was ordered to shoot some civilians. Kyle Katarn, not being an asshole, decides not to shoot the civilians and not defect to the... God damn it. Not defect to the Rebel Alliance, but kind of go mercenary. The person he decided not to shoot, when he was ordered to shoot the civilians, was Jan Ors, and that's how they met. You can also find that in an audio drama that you just have to download off of YouTube, because actually getting it legit, I think, is impossible now. Yeah, Bounty Hunter's a little messed up here and there. But I still like Bounty Hunter because, well, you get to play as Jango Fett. And one day, I hope to actually meet Tamura Morrison one day. Because he's one of my favorite actors that isn't William Shatner, who I did actually get to meet last year. And it was the most awesome thing ever. I mean, it's Captain Kirk himself. Okay, and there we go. It's one of those things where if you don't really know what that did, you can find yourself like wandering around, but see, you gotta jump down here. Now you might think that's a bottomless pit, and it could be, but it's not. You jump down there and you can continue with the mission. Now, we've got 1 life to live. Technically 2, because we got 1 and then 0, but... Oh, I remember this part. Okay, this is another puzzle. This is kind of an annoying puzzle, but it's pretty easy to figure out. Okay, I went the wrong way. Let's see. Hold on. Yeah, there we go. We can actually fit through there. Kyle is a skinny boy. He does his morning exercise. He doesn't eat too many pizzas. Oh, crap. I remember those. Between the Imperial Guards in Shadow and the ones in Return of the Jedi. I think those guards in Shadows of the Empire are not actual Imperial Guards. I think those are Prince Shizor guards, I think. Because they are very different. And the fact that Luke was able to disguise himself as one really kind of lends credence that it's a corporate kind of thing. Okay, so the puzzle here is you have to basically make all the things match up. Which is not that hard. Okay, and then we do that. This is one of the easier puzzles, and I'm glad it's easy because... Imagine, if you will... let's see... I think we want this down a little bit. Okay, there we go. The only problem here, actually, let's save that. Let's save on lasers and... Okay, we got that. Now we want that to go up like that. Then again, are we... Okay, we want this stuff to go down a little bit. Okay. There we go. It's almost like I know what I'm doing. No. Okay, we got that one wrong. No, I want to take that down just a little bit. Okay, there's that. No, we want that up a little bit. There we go. And we'll do that one. And that should go all the way up like that. Except it doesn't. There we go. Yep, and that's all you gotta do. That is remarkably easy. I mean, it's actually logical and doesn't require you to use moon logic. How is Shatner in real life? George Takei. Shatner in real life, he was perfectly cool to me. But then again, you can never really know somebody if you meet him for like 5 seconds, you know? So I'd like to say, like, yeah, he was a great guy. It's like, well, I met him for like 5 seconds, so I guess he was great. When it comes to Star Trek actors that I actually got to talk to for an extended period of time, let me put it this way, there were a lot of people at that con wanting to meet Shatner, so it's not like I got to have an extended conversation with the guy. So I'm not content like, yeah, we were great friends. No, it's like, I talked to him for like a second. Okay, like, it was one of those things of like, they got you in and they got you out. But from the 5 seconds I got to bask in his presence, he was pretty great. Dash Rendar is a smuggler. Kyle Katarn is a mercenary. And Dash Rendar kind of acts like a mercenary because he can be hired. Now, I've talked to 2 Star Trek actors kind of extensively, and that was Tim Russ and Robert Picardo, Tuvok and the Doctor, respectively. And they were great guys. I really enjoyed spending some time with them. But they didn't have giant lines around the block either. It's actually kind of sad. That con that I went to where I met those 2, the people primarily went to go see Jason David Frank, who is now sadly passed. But Tim Russ was really fun to talk to. I really enjoyed kind of getting to know him, talking about his voice acting career. And then Robert Picardo was awesome too. I actually convinced him to go see the then new Pacific Rim. I've mentioned this in plenty of streams, but that's one of my favorite memories from a con. It's like, is that the one with Ron Perlman? Yeah, it is. Oh, I'd love to go see it now. It's like, I convinced a famous actor to go see a movie. I'm special. Thing about Tim Russ is, I find it hilarious that he was in the teen drama iCarly. That is something I've never actually seen, nor have any desire to see, but I just found it was kind of funny that he was in a show like that. He went from Star Trek to that? Oh shit, we're almost at the final boss. That's not the final boss, that's just a flunky. He does his accounting. And he's also a fan of dubstep. Alright, I might die, but I still got enough lives to live. Ooh, can I jump down there? Why, yes. Yes, I can.
It's been a long time since I've challenged a man to battle. I'm glad my opponent is so worthy.
Damn straight. I may not have my beard yet, but you going down, son. Your dubstep can't save you now. I actually watched all of Picard Season 3 about a year ago, and I'm gonna tell you this. It was perfectly adequate. It's exactly what you would want to see from a TNG revival series. Come on, blast him. It's still a little too dark in certain places. Got him. Like I told you, that final boss fight, pretty easy. All you gotta do is just dodge him. And make sure you have plenty of plasma rifle ammo, and you can take him down pretty quick. Alright, now where is my shuttle? Oh, the shuttle looks so bad. I didn't remember it looking this bad. Oh man, that looks like crap. Oh, that just... Oh no. Oh no, that's just... But hey, you know, I mean... It was 1995, that's the best we had in those days.
is an unfortunate setback. The Force is strong with Catan.
Too bad you're gonna be dead and you won't even get to see him with his lightsaber. Yeah, I don't know who. I know I've seen the name Peter Capaldi, but I've never seen his version of Doctor Who. But man, that shuttle looked like shit. I mean, the shuttle in Shadows of the Empire looked better, and that was on the N64. Alright, so we got the Presidential Medal of Freedom. I guess they give that to anybody these days. Alright, now we're not going to actually end the stream. We're going to play a couple of the levels that are pretty easy. But yeah, this game, if you know what you're doing, you could finish it in like 2 hours. If you don't, it'll take like 2 months. Especially with that goddamn detention level episode. Okay, so let's go to robotics facility with the ice. Same medals they give you in X-Wing. I have not played X-Wing in a long time. Oh, I didn't know Dark Forces was 2 years before Shadow of the Empire. I thought it was like maybe 1 year at most. Alright, so this is the ice level. And the ice level's not bad. It's one of those things, the hardest part of this level is finding the in-game door. If you don't find that, you'll get kind of annoyed. No, don't fall off the cliff! Thankfully, all we gotta do is drop down here, and there should be some ice cleats. I think they're right there, actually. Yep. Who left these there? Do you have any idea how much these shoes fucking cost? Jump! No! It's one of those levels where there's some locked doors where you might need to get keys, but I swear I've never needed them. Jump! Ah, oh, come on. I'm gonna blame, I'm just gonna blame Ace Party again. You're stealing my jump mojo. Watch mojo. No, not AI Slock. That's the only problem with AI. It's supposed to enhance, not replace humanity. Dark Forces 2 came a year after Shadow of the Empire. Damn, LucasArts was busy. Inverted Colorland. I don't think ice water's gonna sound like that either. Alright, so where are we trying to go? I think we're going the right way. I think. Yeah, okay, good. Now we don't really need the blue key if you know where you're going. Now the only hard part about this is trying not to fall into the abyss or get stuck in the, well, since this is a nice, wholesome family YouTube channel, we'll say it looks like, marshmallow. But it also looks like something else that's a little, yeah, just wait till you see it. So, why we're on this ice planet is because, run! No, run! Haha! Discretion is the better part of valor. So what we're trying to do is shut down the metal that the Dark Troopers are made out of. And yeah, that looks, suggestive. In SFW, I have to say. It's the marshmallow. It looks like marshmallow. That's what it looks like. It totally doesn't look like some... Actually, no, maybe it doesn't look like that. It looks more like caulking compound. Okay, never mind. I seem to remember that looking a little different. Would you want a Sterling machine gun? Yeah, if they made one that was, if we repealed the NFA, then yeah. Because not only is it a good submachine gun, but, it's a pretty neat design, too. Pancake batter. Okay, then maybe my mind was just going to, shall we say, dirtier places. I was thinking it was a different kind of batter. Alright, so... Don't fall! That actually will hurt you if you fall in it, though. It just does scratch damage, but you stay in there too long and, yeah. You might actually get paid on OnlyFans. But anyway. See, why couldn't they just put the gas mask in the detention center where you could find the bloody thing? Was it so hard? Giggity. Okay, so what we need to do is find that red key. I seem to remember I didn't need to find a key. Yeah, exactly. Okay. I wasn't crazy. Crazier. Alright, so I got another book recommendation for everyone. Oh, crap, 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 crap! Z, there we go. It's called the... Where's my phone? One second, ladies and gentlemen. Oh. Well, I will have to... When was that? It was 8:13. Okay. Book recommendation. I got distracted. Yeah, Cinder Spires by Jim Butcher. Some of y'all might have heard of Jim Butcher before. He's the guy behind Dresden Files. But basically, Cinder Spires Book 1 is a steampunk series. It's pretty good. It's your typical, you know, Regency era. You've got like the heiress to a mighty house. You've got a commoner, and then a disgraced former Navy guy. They have to team up to take down the big bad. It's generic stuff, but written well. Okay, we're gonna have to fight a phase 2 coming up here soon. Phone call to Kyle. That'd be kind of hilarious. It's like, hey Kyle, what do you have on? What kind of... I do not need to know what Kyle's underwear looks like. And speaking of underwear, ladies and gentlemen, X-Men 97 is shaping up to be pretty terrible. Not only did they take away Rogue's ass, but tweets have been coming... Oh crap, 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 crap! Oh no! I'm out of battery! Oh crap, I'm gonna die. Oh fuck, 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 fuck. There's batteries around here, but I have to actually get one before I die. Okay, there we... Okay, well. And yeah, that does sound a lot like Darth Vader. And then I immediately jump in the pancake batter. Yeah, X-Men 97. I was not focused on the game and almost died from batter inhalation. Okay, where's that bastard? Yeah, some tweets came out about the creators behind X-Men 97, and they're about like what you'd expect. Woke as all hell. Finding that door, not as easy as it looks. I think there's actually a couple phase 1s in here. Yep, that's what I heard. Brutal ice cream factory. Must be the Wonka ice cream factory. Because Willy Wonka was hardcore. It's like in the original movie, I think he killed some of those kids. It's like, seriously? Seems remarkably dangerous. Okay, we're almost done. I think once we get out of here, we'll call it a day. But yeah, this game holds up pretty well. I mean, now that it's easy to play, and you don't have to use DOSBox, I still recommend the Force engine though, just because quick saving really does make things a hell of a lot easier. But, you know, I'd almost say like not quick saving kind of preserves the difficulty a little bit, because it really does make you have to try Because if you quick save, you can fuck up and try again. With this, you go all the way back. So, yeah. What was in the tweets was your typical, you know, trying to think of the best way to put it. She was prejudiced against a certain group. Let's just put it that way. Alright. Well, I am General Lotz. This game is still good. Maybe X-Men 97 will be good, despite the proclivities, let's say, of the writer behind it. Who knows? Until next time, I'm going to wish you good Dark Forces Remastered, or whatever makes you happy.